sponsored by Bears Sound of Thunder, coming at you February 27, 28, right here at Ruapuna, the original Sound of Thunder, the biggest Sound of Thunder, the Sound of Thunder, of course, home last year, celebrating 20 years of John Britton. We had other events that have come from the Australian invasion coming. They've been coming from overseas before. It's probably had the highest proportion of international riders at any one event. There has been all the class. It has been a championship undermined, some would say, artificially by big boys racing, but in fact from a meeting of participation, quality of machinery and great racing, you'll all love it. So get on board with the Bears and the Sound of Thunder, coming right back here at the Mike Perry Motorsport Park, Ruapuna. Oh, and a little, maybe the officials have picked that one, just got the idea. Lee Munro was at a fraction of a split second, maybe away off the line, but hey, if he's got away with it, good on him. That's what I want to see, and great to see there in our Sound of Thunder sponsored the Bears Racing F1 and F2. What we mean by that, of course, is that there's Formula 1 and Formula 2 bikes by bike size, so it means that we've got a lesser class by capacity, that's machine capacity, rather than capability. So it's not based on the quality of the rider, but based on the size of the bike. So an F1, F2, and for Bears, Dennis Charlotte show. And he said he wanted, in fact, got a great interview before, because he says he wants to do sidecars, and he says that's some unfinished business, and maybe you can do that next year as well. So he's gone, as he says, from one bike to three, when you've got to concentrate on one bike when you want to be the New Zealand Superbike champion. Now that he's not here to win championships, here for the fun, the participation of it, doing 3 classes, and this is just another one. So I'll tell you what, an amazing lineup. And you've already talked, Jacob, about the goodwill of Dennis, because he's been able to loan you a bike, so effectively saying, well, hey, I've still got another bike here that I could do some riding on, but hey, I want to support a young up-and-coming guy. For a guy that's a similar age to Dad, he too has been a legend of our sport and an all-round nice guy. Yeah, Dennis is one of the best guys you ever meet. There's been many times that he's helped out young riders coming through Canterbury Club with training and everything, like even in qualifying, like when he could have been going as fast and trying to get pole. I see him taking around younger guys, trying to sort out lines and sacrificing his own speed to help them out. It was really good to see. Very nice, lovely comments here from Jacob Stroud, who's joined us. So nice to see Spiders come back upstairs and have an opportunity to just put it back on. In fact, because we're in this part of the room, maybe we should change.
Yeah, just been having a wander around and caught up with Tony Brown, the major sponsor of this meeting, Underground Brown, and I said, oh, we had a couple of things to do. He says, oh, the important thing I've got to do now is watch Dennis. One of his pets out there races Ducati at the moment, so great to see Dennis out on so many different bikes this weekend. And like, we were confused in that 250 class because number 15, it was Dennis Charlotte, and I said, what happened there? And he says, no, I gave my bike away. We weren't up to date with that, but we are now. And Jacob, yeah, well, you've obviously informed the people what happened during that race. I didn't hear, but I'll catch up with you later. What a great race out there at the moment too. We've got the Bears Formula 1 and Formula 2 class on the track, and the biggest field we've had in the whole weekend so far. Yeah, great to see Spider, and in fact, looking at this, when you see in a F1 lineup, people back in here like Paul McLaughlin, Derek Partridge, Lee Munro, Kev Beaumont, we know, in here as well. So, man, I just love seeing the quality of machinery. And look at that for a dice going on for that front running, and there's a quality 5 rider, certainly a 4 a pocket, then about a 7 bike length gap to the others. So, nice to see as we take an opportunity to check it all out. So, there we go with a nice bit of effort here in the Bears Sound of Thunder Spider. Sound of Thunder, a event passionate and close to your heart. And what I love about the Bears guys coming on board is they want to use Bears here at Ruapuna Mike Perry Motorsport Park for a preview of their event by showcasing it in front of the public here today. This has got to do well for Bears racing. Oh, it definitely does. I've come down to a lot of the Bears racing. It runs in the well, here we got the 27th to 28th of February. I rode down last year and we had the massive display. I think there was 7 Britons here. And it was just such an exceptional weekend. Not just the Britons, but the whole vibe, the paddock and the variety of motorcycle, of course, British, European, American riders and supporters, and it's just it grew up here it started its life here in Christchurch and went all the way to the world stage. They adapted the Bears theme and went to the world stage, and next, of course, we saw Andrew Stroud and Stephen Briggs do the Britain thing overseas, so certainly a good formula. in the early days, of course, it was the non-Japanese bikes weren't competitive, but over the years we've seen some of the big Ducatis, the 888s and 851s, and then of course later on we've got the Aprilia RSV4s and the BMW S1000Rs that are capable of winning New Zealand Superbike Championship races. And great to see Alex Phillips out there too on the letter A bike, you know, getting some plenty of riding. And is this going to wear the bike out though? Doing 2 classes over the season. Certainly more track time gives him a bit more experience, because Ruapuna it's his first trip to Ruapuna. He's done some of the other circuits. Hasn't done Timaru, he's done Hampton Downs, and he's done Teretonga as well. So certainly good, plenty of miles here, and it might see him in good strong steed tomorrow for the New Zealand Supersport 600cc Grand Prix, the final race of the weekend for the 600. That's Alex Phillips on the 675 3-cylinder machine.
All right, so we're talking about letter A out there. That's Alex Phillips. Oh, hello, we're popping some smoke and maybe a bit of oil coming off there. Maybe some oil, and hopefully he'll know about it. And maybe is that a flag or some warning that might go out there? Or does he know it could be a controllable problem, or is it not? Doesn't look to be any worse down there. It's not going to be going... Oh, no, I still think we've got some smoke coming out the back, so that may be... Yeah, I think the others will be saying, hey, we don't want to stay on your line. In fact, look at that, others have slowed right up there, and some others are following, but others are just saying, I want to keep out of the way of that. And Spider, quick assumption?
I've got no assumptions. Normally you see smoke coming in or out of the corner, but partway along the track, there's another puff of it. So, I don't know, is this a call for them to black flag it before it actually gets worse? I don't know. You know, Dennis is the man, but he can't look behind himself and see that smoke. So it'll be a small problem, but these are the problems that could boom into a real bad issue and have oil all over the track. Definitely not any fault of Dennis Charlotte's. We've just got to make sure there's safety there. So no doubt the organisers would have seen that puff of smoke more than once out there, but it's very odd that only happened once.
Yeah, it is going, an oil flag is going out there, an oil flag is going out, but no sign of a black, or maybe so, maybe I think we're going to get that maybe a black and a number board. That means a disqualification, and all for the right reasons, all for the interest of safety, because Dennis may not be aware. Yes, I get the idea. There's
a bit more smoke there coming out of the dipper as well, so something going on there.
And here we go. Here's the number 21 coming round, and the flag. And I think this is a very hard move to make by any club. Oh, there we go. Yes, indeed. And some club. And there we go. 7. There we go.
A little bit too late there for the black flag to come out too. The blackboard came out, but the flag didn't come out. So bit of trouble on board here for Dennis Charlotte. Never mind. Let's look out to what else is happening there. Jacob Stroud, you're pointing out down to the turn 1.
Alex Phillips just coming in there is appearing to be the update. So is that Alex just coming in? So all of a sudden we go, and
drama aplenty for the final race of the day, and of course Dennis will not know that bike is puffing smoke. He might feel something a little bit off time, but he'd be the first man in the field, I would expect, to put his hand up and pull out once he does know there's an issue. We're the only people that can see it from the outside, so drama aplenty. So those bikes in second and third place, who were they now? I didn't quite catch up. The screen's gone again.
Yes, indeed. In fact, we were looking back there at the moment. We had, of course, Alex Phillips in the lineup, and Lee Munro was the other one. So the 121. Look for that fire machine. You'll see the nice Italian international graphics on the bike there as well. So,
Lee Munro, it's good to have him back at the track. And I see sitting in the booth next to us, his son Liam has spent the whole day watching the racing and really seems to be enjoying himself. So it's good to have Liam enjoying himself at the racetrack. There's Alex Phillips. He's running up to the organisers to try and sort something out. I think they already know something's going on. It was the last lap. They didn't quite get the black flag out in time, and we'll see what's happening.
Because what I think's happened is that letter A has said, there's no way I'm following on behind that guy. I think that's what it's come down to, and he said, I've pulled out for my safety, and others in the field should be pulling out.
Yes, that's it. He's caught it. He's caught the black flag. He's looked behind. He is now going to pull over. He definitely knows there is a problem. Hopefully he saw the number 7 there, because he definitely realises he has a problem. Look around. Of course, when he looked around his bike, there's no black, no smoke puffing out there. So is he continuing on at race place? We see him going over to the Icon corner. Okay, we've got 2 issues here. There's the money if it does blow up, but also the problem of life and limb if it does have a problem. So meanwhile, those second and third bikes are closing up, because Dennis did slow up to have a look at his bike, but certainly not quite understanding that black flag. He looks behind himself again. Hopefully maybe one of the riders can get in front of him and actually point it out to him and maybe give him an indication that it's time to pull up for his own safety. There's nothing wrong with what Dennis is doing out here at all. He's no idea what's going on. Drama aplenty for the final race of the day. Remember, folks, tomorrow we've got 2 races. The final race of the day for all rounds is the New Zealand Grand Prix, one of the most coveted trophies in New Zealand road racing. So the New Zealand Grand Prix will be on for the second race of the day, and the biggest race I think is for the 20-lapper is the Superbikes, and usually the Supersport 600 class is a 20-lapper as well. So a lot of those tyre allocation is important for the 600s. A lot of the guys saving a fresh set of tyres because they want to do oh so well in that New Zealand Grand Prix. It also, of course, covers New Zealand Championship points. So 3 races this weekend, 3 next weekend at Teretonga, 3 each class at levels at Timaru the weekend after, and then there is Dennis has pulled it, and then we go up to Hampton Downs for a double header where there will be 5 races. Was that Dennis has come in, yeah. So, yeah, we go to Hampton Downs for 5 races on about the 5th and 6th of March. So, action aplenty here. So, Dennis has definitely pulled in there. Notice that he's still got a little bit of the white sticker from the new slick on the front after all those laps. It's impressive. He must be, how far has he been pushing? You know, he's out in the front of the race and still can't wear a sticker on. He must have a bit up his sleeve, but sadly, his sideline, in fact, he's now... What's going on? They may have found a problem. Did they find an issue? It was a very unusual there in smoking again. No, he's now looked and seen the smoke. He went back out on the track. He's seen the smoke puffing out, and he's gone down and he has pulled out. So
yeah, nice to see.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's all in the interest of safety, folks. And Alex...
Oh, here we go. One down out of Dunlop. One down out of Dunlop. And the bike right there on the track. And the rider luckily skidded to the side, went up onto the grass. The rider okay, but the bike's right on the line there. Well waved yellow by our marshals in the Dunlop dipper. And somebody else putting their hand up and saying, hey, there's a bike right out there. The rider's doing the right thing and saying, hey, I'm on the infield and not going anywhere. And because, of course, he's got to cross the track to go back to his bike. And he says, hey, I want to stay well clear of that. So there you have it. The bike is down. The bike's lying on the track, arguably right on the race line. The rider doing the right thing, saying, hey, I'm out of the way of the racing. I'm staying on the infield. So well done. And there we go. During all of this, folks, there's been so many stories going on that we haven't been able to talk about. All the drama with regards to the fact that we've had a bike with a lot of smoke coming from it, thinking that it's a hazard to the other riders, and the officials taking that bike off the track. And for the other fact that we've got our 2 classes going on, the races within the race for our F1 and F2. So keen just to find out who will be our winners in there now. With Alex Phillips out of the race, we presume it's going to be the 121 then of Lee Munro, but that is something beyond our average viewing, and that's all I'll call it, is average viewing. And Dennis O'Connor down here, we've already seen Dennis now, of course, he's ridden that bike as well earlier in our Supersport B lineup, where he's been able to get a top 3 placings. So he comes out in the Bears lineup. So I tell you what, the number 76 of Dennis O'Connor putting up some great riding. Dennis not a young man either, so nice to see. And Shannon Marco, the Spider has pointed out, Shannon Marco 81 is the bike that's on the infield by the Dunlop sign. So Dunlop dipper exit as it was, as we're looking here, and I just get the idea that where's the white flag out? The white flag is out from Grant. Thank you, Grant. As we see with Bears Racing, we've got 41 out there.
The important thing is that Shannon Marco is upright. He's upright. He went straight to the side of the track. That's what he has to do, because quite often what happens when a rider hurts themselves, they are injured and the adrenaline takes over and they don't realise it. And you're really a bit of a fool if you try and go and pick up your bike, because you might half get it up there and realise you've got a sore ankle or a broken ankle. So he did exactly the right thing. So drama aplenty in the final race of the day. The white flag is out. We've got the white flag there. We've missed a lot of the racing because we've been watching out for the likes of Dennis Charlotte, and I talked to Dennis before and he says, I make it hard for myself this weekend. That's before this incident. So still got a smile on his face, still got a big smile on his face, and that's what we need to see.
Yeah, and the interview I had with him before, Spider saying that unfinished business because he still wants to race a sidecar. So he's doing 3 classes this weekend and he still wants to do more. So I presume that means he's going to come back next year as well?
Well, I hope so. Yeah, it'd be great to see him get on a sidecar. Remember, we've had a couple of our heroes. Sean Harris started his life on sidecars, and so indeed did Robert Holden in Speedway, and then at one stage he went road racing sidecars. So certainly a keen man, and it'd be great to see a man of that calibre who is New Zealand Superbike and Supersport champion and wanting to go and have a go at sidecars. So we're still seeing this black floor coming out. Not even sure what's going on there. White flag is out. It is the final lap of the race. We're a bit confused to where even the leader is, in fact, up here in the commentator's box. Apologise for that, folks. Been a lot going on and we've lost our screen once again. So hopefully I've got it on the laptop here. We'll light that up tomorrow and be a bit more efficient with that sort of communication with you. It is a bit of a little bit hard for us up here trying to do that in a new system we're not used to. But the white flag's out. Grant Madden, Mad Dog there, getting ready with the checkered flag for the leader. Come through. He'll know who it is. He's been around doing this forever. He'll have a good instinct of where it is. And indeed, there we go, the checkered flag.
Yeah, the Lee Munro bike, 121, I'm pretty sure. So well done to Lee, thoroughly deserved performance out there for Lee Munro, courtesy of Pirelli, along with Casbolt Motorcycles. Let's get graphic signage. So.